Hello and welcome to Scam Beta Central. In today's tutorial I am going to show you how to use the exploit Eternal Blue Double Pulsar exploit in Metasploit Framework. Over the last few days I've been having a little bit of a play with it and I've got it working, and now I'm going to be putting it in a video form to share with everybody that's interested. So here we go. So first thing that I would like to say to you is that Windows 7 operating systems all suffer from this. However, there are patches out that can prevent that from happening. But if you want to try it out on a Windows operating system for yourself, there is a way to re-enable it, and I shall show you that now. So the first thing that you need to do is to go into your registry editor. So to go there, you press Windows and R, type in regedit, click on the run. Once you're in there, you go to HKey local machine, system, current control set, services. I got myself a bit lost then. Then you scrolling down to LAN man server, and once you're in there, click on parameters. Now in here you have this key. Now this key originally in Windows operating systems it doesn't exist, it's omitted. However, what does exist is the actual value for it. Now by default, with this missing, the actual value comes back as 01, which is enabled. Now that allows the double pulsar exploit to actually work within Windows 7. Now what you can do when you initially open registry edit in Windows and you could search to this here, you will find that it's not there. Now what you can do if it's been disabled is you can go to right click, select new, and select double word 32-bit value. Name that SMB1. It has to be in uppercase. Press enter. Once you've done that, right click on it, modify binary data, this here, and change that to 01, and then click OK. Now as you can see there, now it's on. So if I shut this down and I shall restart my computer, I shall restart my computer, bear with me. Okay, I've now restarted my virtual machine, Windows 7, and what I'm going to do now is I'm back on my Kali Linux laptop and I'm just starting the MSF console Metasploit to show you how this actually works. So first thing that we need to do now is to search for the actual exploit itself, but what we need to do, we do actually need to scan the machine first. So this is what I'm going to be doing first. So it's just basically search Eternal Blue and look for the scanner. In this case it's 5. Use 5 to use it, and then click on options, and you need R hosts to match the IP address of the machine that you wish to scan. And then run, and this will tell you then if it's vulnerable or not. In this case it is. So next that we need to do then is to search for the actual Eternal Blue Pulsar exploit itself, and in this case it's 0. So I will now use 0. Options will display the options for this particular exploit. And now I'm setting payload to Windows Reverse TCP x64 because Windows 7 on my virtual machine is 64-bit Windows. Now go into options. In here we need to change the process inject to explorer.exe, our hosts to our target machine, and also the target architecture as well to x86. lhosts is the same for my attacking machine. The process injection is the file that you're actually going to be using to inject the DLL into the target machine. Target architecture, as I said earlier on, in my case it's x64, so it's a 64-bit Windows, and then make sure every option is satisfied, and it appears to be, so now we can run. Here it's running. So far so good. And here comes a Meterpreter shell. Now we have the Meterpreter shell. Now if you do ls, this will list the files within the target machine, so it'll give you a list of the files in the current working directory. So I want to go back now into the desktop, Kali Linux is case sensitive. So if anything on the Windows PC that's got a space in it, you need to enclose that particular directory, for instance, in quotation marks. And also when you're running or moving or uploading a file to your target machine, you need to write that file as it is on the desktop of the target machine. So just like in here, any desk has got a capital A, so it needs to be written as capital A nydesk.exe, otherwise it will fail, I think. Right, background. Background suspends the currently running exploit. Right, here you can see the file that I want to upload, and you can also see that it's got a capital A in anydesk.exe. So now I'm reinstating the session, and now I'm going to upload the file anydesk.exe to the desktop of the Windows machine. That's been successful. Now if I do an ls, you will now see that the AnyDesk is up there, highlighted. Now once you're in the Meterpreter shell, typing help will give you all the commands that you were that you were able to use within the Meterpreter shell. As you can see, there is quite a few. So what I am looking for here now is how to execute. And believe it or not, that command is execute. And here it is there, execute. Now remember that execute a file, you need to write that file name as it is in the directory. So any capitals, spaces, you need to address those. Spaces require quotation marks. All capitals must be included. So there you go. We will now go to the virtual machine now and check Task Manager to see if any desk has actually been executed. Now, to disable it, same process, go to Registry Editor, click OK, click on that SMB1, there's the location where you need to go, right click, modify binary data, and now change that to 0, click OK, File, and again, restart. Okay, welcome back to Kali Linux. Now, Windows 7 SMB1 exploit has now been disabled in the Windows 7 registry. And now we're back into Kali now, and we will do exactly the same process as we did before. And this time we will see if that one value within the system registry will be enough to stop this exploit from going on. So we go through exactly the same process as before. First of all, we scan, set up our hosts, everything else should be okay as is, and now run. As you can see from that, it appears that it's not vulnerable. So the next thing that we will do now, we will go and search now for the actual exploit itself and run the exploit on the target machine. So the same process here, list options, fill in all the blanks, change what needs to be changed, our hosts target architecture to x64-bit, not 86 like I said in the last one. And what else is there? Process inject to explorer.exe. So everything is going to be exactly the same as it was in the previous attack. And remember, you do have to set the payload too. So that's all the options set. With that done now, we will now initiate the attack and see what happens. As you can see, there was an error getting output back from the machine. So something went wrong, and that's because the SMB value has now been changed to 0, which actually disables the exploit.